Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Joe. Just wanted to give you a quick video on the lead line, the main guitar line for the song Faithful Now. This is a song that we just recorded at our worship night, a song that's originally in the key of A flat, but we keep putting it in lower keys because not everybody's Luke Hall. Not everybody can keep singing A flats all day. So this past week we did it in the key of G. This upcoming week we're going to do it in the key of F sharp, and wanted to give you guys some strategies for transposing this line. So the original line is in the A chord structure. When we recorded this, I actually just drop tuned one of my guitars by a half step to put it in the key of A flat. For a typical Sunday morning, when we're transitioning really fast between songs and don't necessarily have the opportunity to switch guitars really seamlessly, that's maybe not the best option. And if you start going below like a full step, the guitar is going to bottom out. It's not even going to be a practical solution to play that way. Anyway, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the original line in the A chord structure, and then how I think are some options for transposing it. So the original line, again, this is an A. The actual recording's in A flat, but this is the way that the line works. Is you kind of vamp on that open A string, and then there's this like melodic line that goes on top of that. So this is what it sounds like. So hopping back, string crossing between the open A and that lead line. One more time. That's the original line. Now, I think the easiest way to actually transpose this into lower keys like G and F sharp is actually to move everything from the A chord structure down to the E chord structure, and then use a capo to place that root note where we want it, that open, so that you always have that open note to jump back to, as opposed to having to constantly keep a finger down on whatever that root note is. So if we move this into the E chord structure, the cool thing about this is that the pattern, like the shapes, are going to be very, very similar up to the very, very end. So instead of on the open A string, we're going to be vamping on the open E string, but everything is going to be the same. It's just down a string. So we're starting on the D string here. Now the only thing that's different is at the very, very end of the line, we can't bar that 5th fret. We have to go, 7, 4, and 5 to create that 9th chord. So if we're playing it in E, it's going to sound like this. Guitar's a little out of tune. You guys get the idea. Now, if we were going to take that and transpose it, like we're going to play it in the key of G, we throw our capo on the 3rd fret to make our G our root note, and it's going to sound like this. Guitar's really out of tune. I'm sorry about that, y'all, but you get the idea. Same thing if we were playing it in F sharp. We just move our capo down to the 2nd fret, make our root note F sharp, and it sound like this. Right? So if for whatever reason you don't want to use a capo, you're just not a capo guy, whatever. You do have some options. If we're going to play it in G, you'd be jumping from you have to hold that root note down. But you could do things like jump from the B string down to the 2nd fret on the G string, and then on the D string 2 to 0. So you could do something like this. The disadvantage there is that I'm having to switch really quick to that C9 chord. Same thing with the key of F sharp. You could play this just without any open strings. You'd be jumping from the F sharp up to the 3rd of the chord, and it would sound something like this. I might mess this up. So yeah, you could get that with practice. yeah, with a little bit of practice, you could probably play that clean. It's probably the most challenging way to play it, but you know, some people hate capos, and I respect them for that. So there's some strategies for what the lead line is, how to transpose it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know.